All right, let's dive right in. We're about to explore a revolution that's happening right now, completely flipping the script on how our cars are designed, built, and even how they live and breathe after they leave the factory. This isn't just about tweaking things with electric batteries or bigger touchscreens. No, this is a fundamental shift in the very DNA of the automobile itself. We're talking about a move from a static piece of metal to a living, learning machine.
So, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had this feeling? You drive a brand new car off the lot, you're excited, it's got all the latest tech, and then, within a year, maybe even just a few months, it already feels a generation behind. Well, you're not imagining things. For over a century, cars have been built using a model that's just fundamentally broken for the digital age we live in. It's a model where the product is basically frozen in time the second you get the keys. And this slide, wow, it just lays it all out, the two completely different worlds. On the left, you've got the past, this rigid, hardware-focused process. A car was built, it was delivered, and that was that. The product was finished. But on the right, that's where we're headed, a fluid, dynamic, software-driven ecosystem. This is the whole idea behind what's called a software-defined vehicle, or SDV. And the biggest change, the real game changer, is right there at the bottom, continuous delivery. Your car is no longer this static object. It's an evolving platform that actually gets better over time. So let's be really clear here. We're not just talking about a simple upgrade or an incremental improvement. What we're witnessing is the end of an entire era and the beginning of a completely new way of thinking about what a car even is.
And this is the key takeaway right here. It is not an upgrade. It's a total reinvention from the ground up. The whole process, from the very first sketch on a screen to the car's life on the road years and years later, it's all being reimagined. The car is no longer just manufactured, it's nurtured.
Okay, so if you're going to build this brand new future, how do you do it? Well, according to this deep dive, it all rests on 4 foundational pillars. And these aren't separate ideas. They work together to create this self-reinforcing, intelligent system. Let's break them down one by one.
First up, Pillar 1. Think of this as the brain of the whole operation, data-driven product definition. So instead of automakers relying on gut feelings and past sales reports, they can now use massive, and I mean massive amounts of data to figure out exactly what customers need and even predict what we'll want in the future before we even know it ourselves. This makes sure the car is perfectly dialed in from day one. Next, we have the nervous system, the software-defined vehicle. And this is a total game changer. By separating the car's physical hardware from its software, the car's functions are no longer locked in place. You can get new features, performance boosts, totally personalized experiences, all sent to your car over the air, just like an update for your smartphone. It's incredible.
The third pillar is all about smashing the walls inside the car company. Traditionally, you'd have the mechanical engineers in one building, the electrical team in another, and the software folks somewhere else entirely, all working in these separate silos. Well, now, digital platforms let them all work together, seamlessly, in real time. This cuts down development time like you wouldn't believe, and makes sure everything just works together perfectly, right from the start.
And this last pillar? Wow. This one flips the whole idea of car ownership completely on its head. It's called full lifecycle management. R&D doesn't just stop when the car rolls off the assembly line. It's a continuous feedback loop. The car is out there, gathering data, which then informs new algorithms and software updates, which are then sent right back to the car. So what does that mean? It means your car can actually get better, safer, and smarter the longer you own it. It's the car that never gets old. Okay, so we've got these 4 pillars as the foundation, but where is all of this actually heading? This research lays out a fascinating 3-stage evolution, a really clear strategic roadmap that stretches all the way to 2040. It shows us exactly how this whole transformation is going to play out. So by 2030, we'll see the foundation is set. Everything's digital. Automated updates are pretty common. Then, by 2035, we hit this era of deep, intelligent integration. Data is king. And this allows for this incredible level of personalization, what the report calls 1,000 cars, 1,000 software. But then by 2040, we reach the summit, the AI-defined vehicle, or AIDV. This is where the car becomes an AI-native entity, one that's actually capable of evolving itself within a bigger smart city ecosystem. Now, if you want to understand just how massive this change is, just follow the money. This chart says it all.
It shows how the entire business model of the auto industry is going to flip upside down. By 2030, more than a third of the revenue is projected to come from software and services. By 2040, look at that, it skyrockets to over 80%. The car company of the future is, at its heart, a software company, period. And that huge economic shift is being driven by a really deep technological one. In 2030, we have what's called a service-oriented architecture, where software provides services. Pretty straightforward. By 2035, AI starts working for the operating system, helping to co-define what the car can do. But the ultimate goal, by 2040, is for AI to become the operating system. AI isn't just a program running on the car. AI is the car.
And this brings us to maybe the most profound, most mind-bending idea in this entire roadmap. We're moving beyond simply engineering a machine, and we're heading towards, well, something else entirely. Just let that sink in for a second. The mission is to nurture an intelligent partner. This one idea changes everything. We're talking about a complete shift from a manufacturing mindset to a nurturing mindset, almost like we're guiding the development of a brand new kind of life form.
So what does this actually mean for you and me? Well, it means a car's value is no longer just in its steel and horsepower, but in its evolving intelligence. It means it's no longer just an isolated vehicle on the road, but a connected node in our smart cities and our energy grids. Ultimately, it becomes a true partner in our lives, one that learns, adapts, and grows right alongside us.
And that leads us to one final provocative thought to leave you with. We're setting out to build a car that can perceive, optimize, and grow with us. But as we start to create this new automotive life form, we have to ask ourselves the ultimate question. What happens when it starts evolving without us? Now that's a question for the road ahead. Thanks for joining me.